What is going on, everybody? Back at it again with another YouTube video. And as you can see, if you're looking at a calendar, we are 3 days away from Eagles football. Friday, Saturday. Well, alright, you want to count the rest of it? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 days until the Philadelphia Eagles take the field. We have NFL football on tonight. Chiefs versus Texans. You know I'll be watching that. Cannot wait for football season. But before I get into all the football talk, if you haven't already, make sure to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button to the channel. A little background knowledge of my channel. I cover 5 teams: Eagles, Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, and the Philadelphia Union. All Philadelphia teams, all near and dear to my heart. It's my city. I love them to death. So make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And it means a lot to me. And, you know, let's make a great 4for4 Philly fan family. Now, to get into today's video, Jason Peters got a new contract, reconstructed his deal. He's now going to make around $8 million. $4 million of that is guaranteed. Now, his contract before the reconstructuring was around $4.4 million total and around $2 million guaranteed. Now, we all know Andre Dillard done for the season, Brandon Brooks done for the season. At the time of the signing, Jason Peters was supposed to play right guard for Brandon Brooks, and we were going to have Dillard, Sayamalo, Kelsey, Peters, and Lane Johnson. That was going to be the 5 offensive linemen that we rock with for the entire season. Well, a couple weeks ago in training camp, Andre Dillard goes down with a left bicep, tear or strain or something like that, and now he's done for the season. So then there was a whole thing. Oh, Jason Peters, you want more money? All right, well, I'm not going to play left tackle if you don't give me more money. Jason Peters did this, Jason Peters did that. Went to Doug Peterson, they hugged it out. But in the end of things, Jason Peters got a new contract regardless. He will play left tackle now for the season, but barring any injuries or, hopefully we don't have any more, because this is getting ridiculous. It's not even week 1 yet. We haven't even stepped on the field, and we are already down 2 offensive linemen. That's not good. If you really don't know what that means it's not good. Now, we open up the season against the Washington football team. For those of you that don't know, we were 2-0 against them last year, 2-0 against them the year before that. We basically beat Washington a lot. But back to the offensive lineman thing, the football team, the Washington football team, they have a very solid front 4 guys. They now have Chase Young, 2nd overall pick out of Ohio State. They have De'Aaron Payne. They have Montez Sweat. They have guys that can actually apply pressure to Carson Wentz. Do I think, we will win? Yes, I think we're going to win this game. It's Washington. I think that we, normally do beat them, and I don't think Dwayne Haskins is a good quarterback. That's just my opinion. I really don't think he's that good, and I think we're going to take it to him. Now, I have a couple, theories and predictions. I do think Deshaun Jackson is going to score. They do not have a strong cornerback, group. They have Landon Collins out there. That's a safety, but are we really just trusting one guy out there? Because their number 1 cornerback that I know of is Ronald Darby, who was our number 2 or 3 last year, and he stunk. Now, we completely upgraded our cornerbacks, our defensive backs. We now have Darius Slay, Nickel Roby-Coleman. You have Rodney McLeod. You have Jalen Mills. You have Avonte Maddox, Cravon LeBlanc, Craig James. Those are the guys that are going to be playing the defensive back positions. Will Parks, when he gets back. Kavon Wallace, rookie. I'm sure he will get some run at the safety position, because we are kind of running low as of right now because of Will Parks' injury. Will Parks is a Philly native. He's a good player. From the Broncos last year, was solid. He's a young guy, but, He came here on a 1-year deal looking to prove himself. He is now out for a little bit of time. Also, Javon Hargrave, Miles Sanders, Jalen Reagor, guys like that. Guys that have not participated in Lane Johnson. That's another thing I forgot. They have not participated in practice in a little bit of time. Carson Wentz didn't last week, but he was this week. He was participating in practice. He was practicing. But Reagor, Lane Johnson, Miles Sanders, Javon Hargrave. Hargrave is still not back. But the other three, Lane, Sanders, and Reagor, they are back. They have been practicing, but it does not look like Jalen Reagor will start the season out on the football field. It looks like he will miss week 1 against Washington. Probably will be back against the Rams week 2. Javon Hargrave's status is unknown. I don't know what's going to happen. You have a solid front, set of guys though. The front line, the defensive line for the Eagles is very solid. You have Derek Barnett, Fletcher Cox, Malik Jackson, Vinny Curry, Brandon Graham, Javon Hargrave when healthy. You have got Hassan Ridgeway. You have these guys that can, fill in spots for Javon Hargrave or a Brandon Graham or a Derek Barnett, who he might actually miss the game too. Look, we have a lot of injuries, and that's what's going to happen. There has been a lot of injuries in the past couple week 1s, for teams. Malik Jackson went out week 1 last season, missed the entire year. It happens. What are you going to do? But now we're starting a little bit, we're starting even more on the injury list. You place Will Parks on the IR, injury reserve. You place these guys there, and you have guys like Alshon Jeffrey who has been brought up in the media. He has been brought up, and they're saying he could play in September. He could do this. He could do that. We don't know yet. But I'm excited for week 1. I think we're going to take this game. I think we should blow them out. Personally, I do. Yes, I know it's a division game, and yes, I know that they do tend to keep it close, but we have guys now that can actually play football on the defensive side. Our cornerbacks alone should be able to lock up Terry McLaurin and whoever else is on that offensive set. They got rid of both their running backs. I don't even know who their number 1 running back is. It might be Chris Thompson still. I don't know. But Adrian Peterson was let go. He's now with the Lions. And Darius Geis was released because of, altercations. But there's different things that the Washington football team has done. And they are, their front line. Their defensive line is very good. They're a very solid defensive line. Very young. You have guys from Ohio State, Alabama, and wherever Montez Sweat went. I'm sure it's a good college. He went pretty early in the draft. He's a very good player. I'm not too worried, though. Again, I'm not too worried about beating Washington. I think we should beat them. My score prediction for this game on Sunday, 1 o'clock, it should be, I'm going to say 31-14. That's what I'm going to go with. It could change. There could be injuries. Lane Johnson could be out. And speaking of Lane Johnson, he did take a pay cut and reconstructed his contract so they can re-sign Jason Peters. Now, speaking of contracts, Zach Ertz kind of took to, social media today, and he was getting interviewed, and they were talking about, his contract. And he was basically saying, look, it should not be this hard to reconstruct my contract. It should not be this hard to give me a contract, but I'm going to go out there and play like this season is my last, which does suck because it's Zach Ertz. He's one of Philly's greats all time. Nobody's wearing 86 again, I can almost guarantee it. He had a huge play in the Super Bowl. He's just a Philly guy. Like, when you think of, there's no other way to say it. When you think of Eagles football, Zach Ertz, Fletcher Cox, Carson Wentz, those are the guys that come to mind. And do I think we'll re-sign him? I don't know. I don't know yet. Do they trade him? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Ertz. Do I want him to be an Eagle? Yes, of course I do. But they need him for the right price. They need him. He is a big part of that offense. You cannot have Josh Perkins No offense to him, but he is not Zach Ertz, or he's not Dallas Goedert. Goddard plays a perfect role as tight end number 2 with blocking and coming out of, sometimes coming out to run routes. He does do that. But Zach Ertz is the number 1 receiver. He's going to break the all-time yards or receptions list, receiving yards. He's going to break a record that is held by Harold Carmichael this season. He's going to break it. And, it would really suck if, he was to leave, go somewhere else, win again, but, it just wouldn't be the same. But with that being said, the Eagles play on Sunday. Big game. Every game's a big game. It's NFL football, but it's a big game. We're playing Washington in Washington. We don't, there's some injuries going around. We're missing 2 of our linemen. Zach Ertz is unhappy with his contract. Carson Wentz, who knows, haven't really heard much about him, considering he's the quarterback. But I'm excited. Football's back tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I am out. Peace. Go Birds, baby.